Hey everyone, I'm Nando.
I'm German.
And today we are with who is our immigration attorney. We want to bring you the 3 things you should discuss with your immigration attorney on that first consultation. For those of you that are new, please consider subscribing. We're doing a series on German's immigration case to educate you as much as we possibly can and share our story with you. Guys, we get it. You're in the middle of your immigration case, or you're just starting out and you're trying to figure out who should I contact? Do I pick up the yellow pages? That shows how old I am. Because I don't think they exist anymore.
Okay. During my time too.
So you pick up Google and you Google immigration lawyer and you see a couple of them and you end up setting up a few consultations. These are the questions that you want answered immediately because I think it sets the tone for the entire relationship between you and your attorney. Have the conversation about fees. How much is this going to be? And how much is there a payment plan? Or can you be like Kmart and give me layaway? We needed to make sure that the money we were putting into this was going to be fruitful, right? So we wanted to know immediately, this is X amount, how much is going to be.
I think, I would have done a disservice to myself if I had not been upfront about my fees. And you definitely want a lawyer who's going to tell you what's it going to cost. There are 2 types of fees. There's a flat fee and there's an hourly fee. And majority of immigration cases are usually done on a flat fee. But that doesn't mean that if a lawyer does charge you on an hourly basis that that's improper or it's wrong. But it's nice to know what the flat fee is going to be because that gives you certainty about how much it's going to cost.
And it gives you time to plan because if you don't have everything up front, you want to discuss that with your attorney. You don't want to walk out of the office and then try and struggle to find payment. I was shocked you took a credit card.
Yeah.
We're
in the digital age.
I can charge German's immigration case on my Blue Amex.
Get points.
We did. We needed that when we flew to Mexico.
We did.
Also want to ask your lawyer, are there other costs along the way? For example, sometimes your case might need the help of experts or evaluations or translations. A lot of these things are usually out of pocket for the client, and you want your lawyer to, kind of like give you a heads up. You might need to have a country expert or a psychological evaluation done, and these are the people that I work with, and this is their usual charge. You want to be ready for it because again, it's about planning. People don't have money to throw around, and you want it to be put to good use.
Having this upfront knowledge, I think, is absolutely key, and you should not shy away. And red flag, I guess I would say, is if you're bringing it up and the attorney's like, "Oh, don't worry about it, we'll discuss it later."
Absolutely. You don't want to be hit with surprises. You want to know on the first phone call. Sometimes it's not possible for me to give a fee to somebody until I know what sort of complexities I'll be dealing with in their case, which might mean that I have to charge something a little bit higher. But for a lot of cases, I know exactly what the fee is going to be because the process is usually a very 1, 2, 3, and I've done it before. However, you want the lawyer to tell you, and if they can't tell you during the first meeting or maybe even during the second meeting, then maybe it's time to speak to somebody else.
Right.
I found you on Twitter. I don't know if you remember that. I found you on Twitter. For me, because
he fell in love with her immediately. He called me and he's like, I found a great lawyer. She's on Twitter, she's on Facebook, and I really like her because she has really good reviews online.
Yeah, he checked your reviews. I was checking your Twitter, and I was like, I want somebody who gets it, who's on social. I want somebody who understands, 2016 or 2015 at the time, and to me that was really important. So I scheduled a first consultation. So we didn't discuss anything until we were actually you were in a different office, but we didn't discuss anything until we were face to face, and you just laid it out, including the fee schedule. You were just like, this is what it's going to be like, and the great thing as well is just because they tell you that that's their fee thing, you shouldn't feel pressured right then and there to make the first payment, right?
And that goes to a red flag. Are they too eager to take your case?
Yeah. So
if you want to check our previous video about 5 red flags about attorneys, you should check it out.
The second thing that you want to ask your attorney is, have you dealt with a case like ours before? Now, this is really important because here's the thing. No 2 cases are the same. everyone's case is different, and everybody has different facts, different relatives, different conditions, potential other issues that they might have in their case. So there's no two cases that are exactly the same. However, your lawyer should be able to tell you whether they've worked on similar cases, especially have they ever done waivers before, have they ever done green card applications before. It's very easy to call yourself anything. You can say that I'm doing immigration law, but perhaps that immigration lawyer has only been dealing with business visa application.
So our case was unique because you were upfront and you said, I've never done a same-sex marriage situation, but you said, I'm going to research, I'm going to find out through boards and through message boards online, ask colleagues, and she did. When she came back to us with all this information, it made us feel so secure that we were in the hands of someone who we could trust, who was taking the time and doing research, because you're very upfront. Like, guys, I've done these, but never same sex. So let's figure out what the potential risks or downfalls are. So we were in good hands. We felt it from day one. And although we were the first ones, which now we've paved the way, hopefully for your clientele, gay marriages, come visit Bonita. It was comforting to know that, we were in good hands.
And that's a good point that you bring up, Nando, that you were my first same-sex waiver client. And you want your lawyer to be upfront with you, because there's a reason why they call it law practice or the practice of law. And that's because, like I said, no two cases are the same. There are always going to be issues of what we call first impression, which means that sometimes it's never been dealt with before, or sometimes the attorney has never really dealt with it before. And if your lawyer does not tell you the truth about it, or is not really upfront about their expertise or their knowledge base in that one thing, then it goes to a whole other host of problems, like, are they an ethical lawyer? Are they really caring about your case and about you?
We hopped in the cab and we were just like, I was like, how do you feel about her? What do you think? And he was like, what did you say?
I said that I love her.
Yeah. Like Jervin fell in love.
I did.
At first sight. Like, he didn't fall in love at first sight with me, but he fell in love at first sight with Monita.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think that's very important because, again,
she just made me feel very. She made me feel like she was a family member. She made me feel confident. She made me feel secure, and that's a really important thing that you want to feel when you see a lawyer. Mm-hmm. You don't want to see you don't want to dread having to go see your lawyer. Yeah.
Like, ugh, it's time for me to go meet with so and so. Like, that was never the case with us. So keep that in mind, guys.
So the third thing that you should discuss the first time you see your attorney is, what are your options after explaining your situations? How is your process gonna look like?
You're not gonna be able to outline everything. Day one, this is what's gonna happen. Day two, this is what's gonna happen. But you gave us such a general idea of, this is phase one, this is phase two. And it's overwhelming because you're sitting, with your attorney that you're first meeting for the first time. Hopefully you've already discussed payment fees, and you've already discussed, have they worked on these similar cases? And now you're at this point. Well, what's our case going to look like? What are our options?
One of the first things that she mentioned, it was to get a DACA visa. Because when I came here, I was 15 years old, but I didn't have any information at all about when I came here. I didn't have doctor bills, I didn't have electricity bills.
That's very important that you said that, because immediately, the option, she laid them all out. Okay,
yes,
let's look at DACA, right? And so we talked that through, and it was like, no, okay, so then let's go this route, let's go that route. Mm-hmm. And it was, we felt that you were the person to trust,
mm-hmm.
It's like, not to steal away from Allstate, but we felt like we were in good hands with you,
But I think it's really important that, like you said, we discussed DACA, and it turned out that was not going to be the best way to go, so we went the other route, which was a little bit harder, and it worked. But, in most cases, people have more than one options. Not everybody, but a lot of times people have more than one options to get to their end goal, and sometimes it's really sad for me, but people will come to me and say that, oh, this lawyer said I should do it this way, and they wanted to charge me X, Y, and Z for it. And, I look at their case, I hear their facts, and I say, no, you don't need to do any of that, you can just do this. Or maybe they'll come to me and say, oh, this other lawyer or my friend told me that I could do this, and I have to hear their case. And I say, no, you actually cannot do that at all. So you want somebody who's going to advise you on what your true options are.
So guys, that's all we have for you today. If you have any more questions about that first consultation, what should you say, what should you ask, what should you know, what should you walk out knowing after, feel free to contact Momita through her website. We're gonna put it up for you and ask her. Leave comments. If you guys have questions for us, leave comments in the video below. Remember, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We want to feel the love from you.
Yes. Send this video to your friends that are going through the same situation, or family members, whatever. Just share the video.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.